Good day, folks. What a pleasant and warm way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. All right, good day from wherever you are watching. Welcome to Focus Online TV, and this is your favorite sports magazine program, Focus Sports Insight, the program that brings you accurate and in-depth analysis of the development from the world of sports. And we come your way Saturday of every week at about this time. And so on today's edition of our program, it promises to be very interactive and fascinating. We're going to talk more about football, specifically local football in Liberia. We're going to talk about the national team performance in the just ended preliminary round qualifiers against Djibouti, whom are away. We're going to weigh in on our local national league, the first and second division league, the Orange League, and of course, we're going to talk a bit about the Orange Cup, and probably we could make few rounds around Europe, updating you with some of the league games that are playing this weekend. So today's edition of the program promises to be very fascinating. For those of you watching the live video, we want to say thanks for following us. You can also invite somebody to follow Focus Online TV. We'll take just a break, and when we come back, we're going to get started with the program. Good day, folks. What a pleasant and warm way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. All right, so we want to say thanks for rejoining us. This is Focus Sports Insight, live on Focus Online TV, and we are broadcasting from our main studios in Topo Village along the Japanese Freeway. So today, like we said, it promises to be interactive, another fascinating edition of our sports magazine program. And so on today's edition of our program, we just thought to recap with regards to our national team or back-to-back performance, or we say performances against Djibouti in the preliminary round qualifiers of the African Cup of Nations 2025. As you may be aware, Liberia successfully triumphant over Djibouti in a back-to-back fixture play away and that of on home soil. So we want to wade in road through the games play home and away. So it was on the 20th of this month when the Lone Star of Liberia took on Djibouti, and that game was played in Marrakech, Morocco, of course. It was the first leg of the AFCON preliminary round qualifiers for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. And of course, it was just a month after or little over a month when the Lone Star of Liberia unveiled a new coach, Mario Marinica. He took charge as head coach of the national team of Liberia. And as part of his mandate given to him by football authorities of Liberia, he was charged with responsibility to ensure that he can qualify the national team of Liberia to the African Cup of Nations 2025. So he got started with the campaign on a flying colors, two games, no goals conceded, clean sheet, a win and a draw. That is something welcoming. And so, prior to this game, I have been one person with the view that yes, we brought in a new coach, and prior to the coming in of this coach, there have been a lot of things or issues with our national team, specifically with regards to the structure of the national team, with regards to the playing pattern, with regards to budgetary support, and a whole lot, everything that the football in our country, it has been challenging. So bringing in a new coach, he came in with his code of officials, and they took charge And additionally, there were two local staffs added to the coaching staff of Mario Marinica. That is the leg of Chris Wilson and that of Kevin Sigwe to complete the entire coaching staff for the national team of Liberia. So the first thing is when a new coach takes charge of a national team, there are major reasons for which we have to dismiss coach. We have to part way with coach, most especially owing to the fact that the national team have failed to provide the necessary result for the citizens over the years. We have had dismal performance. Just on recent, we played two back-to-back qualifiers for the 2026 FIFA World Cup at home, and we lost the two games to Malawi and that of Equatorial Guinea. So we brought in a new coach based on popular demands from the citizens, mass protest actions, disenchantment, and a whole lot. We decided to bring in a new coach. And this time around, we brought in a coach who is not a typical African. He's a European. You know, the European, the kind of football, the style of play, they believe in the kind of system. So he identified a lot of things that is, been affecting the national team. And it has to take time because when you have identified the problem, probably you have formulated ways or you have projected ways or means by which this problem can be addressed. It's not going to be just a day thing. It's going to be a process. So you're taking over the national team. Mario Marininka and his staffers, they have to institute a kind of new measure or system, identifying the players who are potential enough to ensure that they can work with the national team, bringing a host of other foreign players that he can blend them together so that they can play and produce the necessary result for football lovers. So it was just a little over a month or just less than a month when the coach took over and you had that kind of huge task before him. So I was one person that said, even if Mario Marinika has failed to qualify Liberia for the group stage of the African Cup of Nations 2025, I don't think it would have been a fault on his part, owing to the fact that the time he took over the national team of Liberia, I think he never had the luxury of time. So he did extremely well within a short period of time. The first thing you have to look at, even the recruitment process, where the coach had to request a list from all of the clubs participating in the National League to submit a list of best players, bringing those players to start working with them, recovery section, start the basic fundamentals of the game, understanding a whole lot of things that haven't been instituted in the past. So it has to take what time. Then there came in the back-to-back fixture. The coach had to ensure that he also invite a host of other players, foreign players that are not playing in our local league, that are playing in other countries outside of Liberia, and blending them together to ensure that you can take on a major opponent in one of the most prestigious competition in Africa. It is something that is challenging. So we saw the coach, he went to Morocco. Yes, he played in Morocco excellently. We played and won 2-0 away to Djibouti. We saw the national team, a host of dominant local based players in the squad, and of course, we had the likes of other few foreign based players making up the squad. Yes, we went to Morocco. A lot of people have complained that the team did not really play the kind of structure, the kind of pattern, the way they expected the football, but we got the result. However, the coach must improve. Yes, we agree. It is true. Yes, the team will not play with that kind of pattern, with that kind of system, because it has to take what time. You take into consideration that you just brought a coach. This coach must introduce a kind of system to the national team. Probably he want to bring a kind of new system. You don't want to go with the old system that the national team been playing with. Now, if you are bringing a new system, it has to take time for the period of what we call adaptation, because the players have to adapt to that system and have to learn how to play that, like that, work all the balls together. So it will not just be an overnight thing. So we are happy that the national team of Liberia went to Morocco, came back home with a 2-0 victory, and it was just from the 20, it was 6 days after, and we had another fixture back here on home soil. And the Lone Star of Liberia played on home soil on the 26th of this month against Djibouti, and it ended in a goalless draw at the SKD Sports Complex, thus qualifying the national team of Liberia to the group stage of the African Cup of Nations on goals aggregate, because we qualify on goals aggregate. 2 goals, we won 2 goals away against our opponent. So when we came back here on home soil, what happened is that we had to qualify on goal aggregate. We have Jacob Polymer is here. I'm following you live from Cinco 16th Street. Yes, Polymer, I want to say thanks for following our live video. Here, Lyndon Togba is here. Let's share the live. Thanks for encouraging others to share. So if you are following, this is Focus Sports Insight live on Focus Online TV, where we broadcast from our main studios in Tobo Village along the Jibani Freeway. So we're talking about football. So like we've been saying, it is a process. Yeah, oh, sorry, we are experiencing the technical issues, so we've got to take a break. Yeah, we sincerely apologize for that. Good day, folks. What a pleasant and warm way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. Good day, folks. What a pleasant and warm way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. All right, so we want to say thanks for rejoining us. We sincerely apologize for the break-in. It was some technical issues on our end, and we had to call in our technician quickly to ensure that we can have a resolved. So we are back here on Focus Sports Insight. So yes, we're talking about the national team, and yes, we have to talk about that. And a lot of things involved with this issue about the national team, and a lot of people don't understand, don't know what is unfolding behind the scene. If the issue about even budgetary allocation for the national team to travel, players tappings, or we say padam, inviting a host of other foreign players. Players have to go lodge probably to a hotel or guest house in foreign countries for the number of days they will have to be there. So a lot of things have to be put into place, most especially when you just have a new coach. So I think in my mind, this is my view or my opinion, and I am entitled to this, and I respect you. If you have a condescending or contrary view or opinion to what I'm about to say, I strongly want to applaud and appreciate the starting effort of Coach Mario Marinica and his host of technical staff. I think they did an excellent job with the national team of Liberia. With just in the short space, and you have to just train within that short period of time, and you go and take on a major task and coming out with flying colors. Although we are not 100%, yes, we have to take time to adapt to the style of play. We have to take time to actually play the kind of football we want to play. But I think we started on a good note, and we are hoping and we are waiting for the draw for the group stage and see who's going to be our next opponent as we kickstart the campaign in the journey for the qualifiers of the 2025 African Cup of Nations. And I think this is the rightful time now. What we need to do with regards to our national team, we have to revisit the evaluation process. Like I said, when the coach took over, he never had the luxury of time, so he had to go tell teams, say, teams should submit players. I think the coach should be given the opportunity to visit some of these teams' practice ground, to visit some of the league games across the country. Like the National County Sport Meets is coming up. It's another perfect opportunity too that the coach can use to identify some of the best talents that are playing in the country. And you can do the recruitment process, because that, for me, that time frame, as you may be aware, there were a lot of controversies surrounding the selection process with regards to some of the players' names that were submitted to the coach for the national team. Some of the clubs were alleging that they submitted names for some players and the name of those players did not surface, but they saw the name of other players. Some of the clubs were alleging that they submitted more names and they saw less names coming up, and the other clubs had more names. So to create a kind of level playing field so that people cannot infuse politics into our football, let's ensure that we can revisit the evaluation process, where the coach will be given the opportunity that he can visit the training session of these teams, their practice sessions. He can visit some of the league venues across the country, and he can have an independent vetting process to be able to identify more of the kind of talents that we need for the national team of Liberia. But I think our back-to-back game against Djibouti, yet though we did not play up to some people's expectation, but I think it was a good starting for us, owing to the fact that we have played more than 4, 5, 6 games of recent Liberia have failed to record a win. And I think it was a starting point for us, most especially recording win in a away fixture. It was very important that we play on home soil in a goalless draw. So more need to be done. So some of those mistakes that we have identified, all we can do now to start offering the kind of recommendations to the coach, to the Liberia Football Association, to the Ministry of Youth and Sport, what we think need to be done to ensure that we can enhance or we can improve the betterment of our national team in terms of how we play, in terms of bringing the necessary result that we want as a country. I think that would be the best way to go. Enough is enough. We have to do away too much with the criticism. It is our own national team. We have to stand with them. We have to do all we can that we can give the necessary support, whatever way, to ensure that our national team can start to put smiles on our face, like we used to do with the famous George Weah 11. You know, football is the passion of life. It brings people together. It unites people together. The kind of excitement. This one time, I was on the field providing live coverage for the game against Djibouti, and I saw the kind of excitement. People from different walks of life, different tribes, different religions, who came together under one umbrella, to cheer our national team. Yes, some people felt discouraged with the result, but other people, we were happy that yes, the result favored us and we had to progress to the group stage of these competitions. Now, so again, yes, we are looking up to the next plan of action from Coach Mario Marinica, since now we have the luxury of time to put in more work ahead of the group stage of the AFCON 2025 qualifiers. Now, to the local stage, yes, the first and the second division league, like we said, we promised to talk about our first and second division league on the local scene. Yes, the Orange First Division League, it has been a heated title race, but as it stands, we have 3 games left in the First Division League, the Orange First Division League. With just 3 games left, Watanga FC are just a milestone away from clinching the championship. Watanga FC May week fixture against Bay Mountain. They defeated Bay Mountain 2 goals to 1 to extend the lead to 7 points on the league table with just 3 games remaining. So Leicester follow by 45 points. They are next to Watanga with 45 points. So as you may be aware, the margin between Leicester and Watanga is 7 points. So if Watanga just record a win from her next game, automatically they're going to be crowned champions of the Orange National League 2023-2024 season. Yes, Watanga have had an incredible run throughout the league season. They went nearly unbeaten throughout the entire first phase of the league. I think it was in the dial meaning. Oh, no, the first phase they went unbeaten. Yes, all along they went unbeaten in the first phase. It was just at the early stage of the second phase when Watanga had to lose to LPRC others. And I follow Watanga this season. I think they are having an incredible run. If you're self Watanga, yes, somebody must say they are not too extra in terms of the style of play, how they play. But you can notice that the level of unity, the level of team spirit, it has been carrying Watanga all along through this season. The guys have been organized. They have that kind of team spirit. They play well together. And of course, they have been getting the necessary result. Today, Liska, they have slipped up the title challenge. The Mighty Barrow, they are nowhere around the title challenge. And of course, yes, Liska, they have been trying to put up further recent, but like I said, it is 7 points. Yeah, it is not impossible, but I think the chances of Liska making a comeback is very slim, owing to the fact that the margin between the two teams is 7 points. So, no Liska this season, and Liska has also missed out on the Orange Cup because they were eliminated by Kingsway FC. So Liska, as it appears, Liska are heading to a trophyless season. So yes, football is changing, the dynamic is changing. Like we said, new team have put up a challenge, and we appreciate that. The fact that yes, the league is now competitive is not going to be something that is just dominated by one team over and over. So we are happy about the progress of Watanga FC this season. And of course, you have Liska in there in the second place. You have Kingsway FC also mounting pressure. You have Martin Barrow. I don't know what happened. Barrow, they were having an incredible run at the start of the season. At some point, Barrow was sitting on the league table, but unfortunately, Barrow started to put out a dismal performance at some time of the league season. And of course, they have dropped Barrow then lost in number of games on whom saw something that was very unprecedented because excuse me, when the league started, we saw Barrow record at home. It was difficult to even get a win in Buchanan, but of recent now, the fairground or sports stadium, Doris Williams Sports Stadium in Buchanan or city have become everybody's land. Every team now going there and clinching victory. So Matthew Barrow, they have also missed out on clinching what a silverware this season because they are out of the Orange Cup. And of course, they are nowhere contending for the league title. And of course, another surprise in the league, MPA Anchors, they were the first team to be relegated from the First Division League this season. And just yesterday, they were joined by CC United. So, as it stands, CC United has become the second team to be relegated to the second division with just 3 games left. For CC United, it is 2 games now because they played yesterday, 2 games left for the league to climax officially. Yes, it is actually disappointing. It is frustrating after all of the efforts qualifying to the top flight, spending 2 seasons, and of course, you have to head back to the second division. It was frustrating. I know you could tell yesterday the kind of feeling, the expression on the faces of the players of CC United. I wasn't present yesterday on the stadium, but the drew 2-2 yesterday with LPRC all at the Anthony Tottenham Stadium, confirming their relegation for the second division league. So as it stands, just one more team needs to join the list of CC United and that of MPA Anchors to confirm the list of 3 teams to be relegated to the second division. It is a heated battle in the relegation zone. You have the list of Nima Kwado, Invincible 11, and that of FC Calon Liberia. They are battling there for a spot to remain in the first division league. Yesterday, Nima Kwado they stepped forward after defeating Fico FC 1-0 at the Tusafi Sport Page. So from 24 points, Kwado has stepped up to 27 points on the league table now. They are just a point behind LPRC orders with 28 points. And of course, Invisible 11, you have Invisible 11 and FC Calon Liberia. The two sides there too, they are also battling in the relegation zone. So like we said, it has been a tense league season because you have most of the teams there, they are competing for the championship. Alhaji Sam, let's just acknowledge some of our followers. You have Alhaji Samfori Emmanuel Y. He's following live on the New Georgia Gulf. We have JKP Polymer. He's following live on Single or 16th Street. K. Lyndon Tugba. Want to say thanks for following. Please share the live video. So yes, we're talking about the relegation teams for the relegation. So it is a serious battle for a slot in the first division league amongst those 3 teams. Invisible 11, of course, FC Calon Liberia and that of Nima Kwado. Nima Kwado yesterday they won against Fipo FC, so the burden now lies on the shoulders of FC Calon Liberia and that of Invisible 11. They also have an upcoming league fixture, so they will also be fighting to ensure that they can maintain their spot in the first division league. So yes, as we stand, Clemens Zuba of Martin Barrow is still the highest goal scorer on the Orange First Division League, highest goal scoring list or goals chart. He has 27 goals, 17 goals, 17 goals this season, and he's been followed by Emmanuel C of Watanga FC with 16 goals. Emmanuel C was on trial of recent in Sweden, but as I learned, he returned back to Liberia and he featured for Watanga in the 2-1 win over FC Bay Martin, and he scored one of the goals. Captain Fasilu Logan scored the other goal for Watanga FC to seal the 2-1 victory over Bay Martin during May week. That was a May week fixture at the SKD bracket page. So we are still following. We're still waiting to ensure to know who's going to be the next candidate to join the legs of CC United and that of MPA Anchor in the relegation that will be heading for the second division next season. And we'll be expecting 3 new teams to join us in the first division. And the good news here is from the second division league, Blackman Warriors, they are automatically qualified for the first division for the Penny 2024-2025 league season. Yes, Blackman Warrior confirmed their qualification yesterday after defeating Nimba United 2-1 at the North Star Sports Stadium in Man Barclays. So Blackman Warriors officially they have qualified for the first division league. So they have joined ranks with the host of other teams in the first division league. Blackman Warriors, we want to say congratulations. They are now fighting for the championship for the second division. I want to say congratulations to Blackman Warrior for the job well done. We want to say thanks for the hard work. It wasn't an easy thing. Imagine, yes, you have to play through all the first phase. After the first phase, you have to continue the second phase. Playing some of these games, you have to travel. Yeah, you have to go to other countries to play. You have to play home. It's not an easy process to take part in the Orange Cup. Yes, it was a hard fight and it was a deserving qualification. Congratulations to Blackman Warriors. They are now confirmed officially as a first division team. So two more teams to join Blackman Warriors on the league table currently. Shatter FC. They are also putting up a challenge for a qualification slot and also matching pressure for the championship. Shatter FC yesterday they won on the league table. So yes, they have extended their point yesterday. They won. So they have been followed by Discovery FC. Discovery FC have recent too. They have also stepped up their game. And yesterday, yes, I think Discovery has stand. It is Sando MPA now who have climbed up to third place because Sando MPA played yesterday and they defeated Philadelphia Lone Star 4-3 at the Anthony Tottenham Stadium. Discovery FC, they are yet to play. So it is a serious title contend it has been hugely contended for a slot for the first division next season. Like I said, Shatter FC, now they are in a position that they need to win two more games to confirm their qualification for the first division slot. So they have two games coming up next. They will play away to Mate Enforcers over the week in Nima County. And of course, they will return to Mosorado County to play another game against Young Professional. So if they should record two wins in the two games, that is against Mate Enforcer and that of Young Professional, it means automatically Shatter FC will be considered a first division team, taking into consideration the points margin between they and Discovery FC and that of Sando MP. So it has also been seriously challenged there in the relegation zone. I think I need to take a water break. Yes, disgraceful you talking. Yes, you just talking. I think I need to take a water break. Seriously. Yes. Good day, folks. What a pleasure and one way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focal Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focal Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. Good day, folks. What a pleasure and one way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focal Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focal Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. All right, so we want to say thanks for rejoining us. Focal Sports Insight live on Focal Online TV, live broadcasting from our main studios here in Togo Village along the Japanese Freeway. So we've been talking about the national team of Liberia and of course the first and the second division league. So the Orange Cup, the semi-finals, second leg is scheduled for tomorrow, 2 games because there are 4 semi-finalists at the SKD Practice Pitch in Painesville. Painesville FC will take on Jubilee FC in the second leg of the Orange Cup or semi-finals. The first leg ended 1-1 between the two sides. Kingsway FC first high lead to Marlon Harrison Braden goal was cancelled in dire meaning by Jubilee FC. So that game ended 1-all. And of course, Invisible 11 defeated Global Farmer 2-1 in the first leg. And of course, the second leg is scheduled for tomorrow at the D2 Sports Space in Yukutan, where Invisible 11 and Global Farmer will how you call it, will knock horns against each other, knock horns against each other for a slot in the finals of the Orange Cup. As you may be aware, the Orange Cup, the winner of the Orange Cup and that of the winner of the National League are the two teams that usually represent Liberia in the CAF Champions League. They will have to go to the preliminary round, from there go to the group stage, and of course, the process continues. This one season, we had two representatives from Liberia, Leska and that of Watanga. None of them made it to the group stage. They stopped in the preliminary round. Leicester were knocked out of the CAF qualifying preliminary round by Bull Rangers of Sierra Leone. We drew 1-1 with Bull Rangers in Sierra Leone and were defeated 1-0 at home by Bull Rangers. Watanga FC2, we were defeated here by State Mali and the Bamako were defeated. Onhunso were defeated 3-0, and we went away. Were also defeated 4-0. So it was a disappointing and discouraging result for our two representatives in the CAF Confederation Cup preliminary round qualifier. So this time around, we are hoping Watanga will say they are nearing or seeing the championship, but we cannot tell now. It's not yet over. But just in case it is Watanga and me again, the same Watanga that represented us with a dismal performance, it means this time around we have to step out the game because he will be representing the motherland. And of course, the winner from the game between Global Farmer and Invisible 11 tomorrow in the Orange Cup semi-final second leg, and that of the winner from the game between Queensway FC and Jubilee will play the finals of the Orange Cup, and the winner of that final will be confirmed to join the winner of the National League as the two representatives for the CAF Confederation Cup qualifier. So, yes, you have it. Football this weekend. Today we don't have a league fixture. I think yes, tomorrow will be the Orange Cup, and there will be midweek fixture across the country. There will be midweek fixture across the country. We'll be playing league. Will be played at different venues. League games will be played at different venues across the country. So we will update you with that during the week, that we usually do on our page of Foca Online TV. We update you with regards to some of the fixture for May week regarding to the National League. So tomorrow, if you are a sport lover, you can either make your way to the SKD private page, or you can make your way to the famous or D2 Sport page in Yukutan, where we have the semi-finals of the Orange Cup second leg taking place. So yes, this is Focus Sport Inside here. We have just 5 minutes to wind down the curtains on to this edition of our program. We've been talking about football. So if you are watching, you are following the program live, and you have a concern, you can just drop it in the comment section. We're going to respond to that. Or better still, you can call the number on the screen via WhatsApp to participate on the program. You can call the number on the screen via WhatsApp to participate on the program, or you can leave your comment in the comment section, and we're going to address that for you. Focus Sports Inside Live on Focus Online TV. All right, so we like we said, we are gradually winding down the curtains. So again, we want to appreciate all of you who supported the national team during the back-to-back fixture against Djibouti. Like we said, Liberia is our only country, and this is all we have. So be it good or bad, we must stand with our country. During the bad time, we must be there, and during the good time, we must also be there around to celebrate. Yes, we know sometimes how you feel owing to the fact, the kind of excitement, the kind of emotion that is associated with the game of soccer, and sometimes you see your team go play, and they are not really bringing the kind of result that you expect. It is actually discouraging. It is actually heartbreaking. It is actually frustrating. But we have to remain hopeful. We have to keep pushing on. We have to keep giving the support. And trust me, the Lone Star of Liberia are going to return to normal in the not too distant future. For me, I'm just having that kind of level of exclusive confidence in the new coach. Owing to the fact that the kind of interaction that we've been having, the few times I've had to interact with him, he sounds as someone who is very knowledgeable of the game. He understands the game. Somebody who have coached before in the African Cup of Nations. Just imagine taking the team to the quarterfinals, and trust me, he can't well for experience. If he's just given the luxury of time, coupled with the necessary support from national government and the footballing authorities of this country, I'm very sure Coach Mario Marimika going to do something good for us when it comes to the national team. So again, yes, we are we are here, and we will always be here to talk about issues regarding football. I mean sports, not just football, because there are times we're going to talk about basketball. There are other sport related matters we're going to talk about here on the platform. Yes, we said there's a special series that is coming up and want to inform you our audience. It is called Champions League Special Series. As you may be aware, we are approaching the quarters final stage of the UEFA Champions League. That is the round of eight, and there are 8 teams left in the Champions League. They have been paired against each other. Arsenal will play Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. And of course, Barcelona, they have been paired against Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. Real Madrid will play Manchester City. And of course, Atletico Madrid will play against Borussia Dortmund. So we have 8 teams. So we'll bring some panelists who are supporters of those teams from Europe. Like we have fans from Arsenal, we'll have fans from Man City, we'll have fans from Real Madrid, we'll have fans from Barcelona in the studio here that will talk about the game, the Champions League game, the chances of those teams progressing to the semi-final stage of this year's UEFA Champions League. So keep following. We want to update you with regards to the date for the Must Talk About Champions League special. We have been another fascinating edition here with you today on Focus Sports Insight. For those of you who follow our live video, who drop your comment in the comment section, we want to say thanks. We encourage you to always follow Focus Online TV. Throughout the week, there are different programs we broadcast on the platform that only sports throughout the week. If you follow Focus Online TV, you're going to get the best with regards to our quality broadcast service. So today, we want to call you a day on Focus Sports Insight, and we'll return next weekend with another fascinating edition of the program. Thanks for following, and I want to say goodbye from my end.